Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. I'm back with another topic. This is my buffet for today, and I call it a buffet because, as you know, I really feel that uh, uh, when you tell someone something, they have the option, they can take it or leave it. But I'm basically making these videos to kind of give guys something to think about. But then I've noticed one thing about guys: you can tell a guy danger is ahead, but when it comes to women, they really don't want to listen. I guess for some reason they assume that certain things won't happen to them, or as they would say, they're thinking with the small head and not the big head. So when I first started thinking of putting this together, I kind of thought the Philippines, or pretty much not just the Philippines, but different countries in general were going to start to reopen. But now I'm starting to see this new variant is coming out, and it's starting to hit Africa pretty hard. So I guess that's going to cancel things for a while, and we're going to be back to where we started from. Nevertheless, this is going to make things probably worse than it would have been, simply because when the Philippines do open, a lot of guys are going to rush in and start giving away their money and losing all of their life savings. Now, this is due because the lockdown has lasted so long, and not being able to get out and to go places. People are going to feel like, hey, I'm out, let's have some fun, let's do this, that, and the other, and they're going to start throwing money. Personally, I would not recommend that. Yes, have your fun, but you still got to use your head. Now, with this in mind, I was kind of thinking of this video I saw, or this topic I saw, about PJ Washington and Brittany Renner, and there's also one about LaMelo and Anna Montana. Now, the reason I'm talking about them is simply because I just want to share something with you. And I think I've said this before. Here in the country, in the U.S., you got certain women that prey on athletes and entertainers. They don't really care about them, but because they have money, they flock to those guys. Even though you may not have as much money as they do, when you go into these other countries, that's how they see you. They see you as someone with lots of money, and they're going to do whatever they can to get it. Now, if any of you are familiar with PJ, he's a basketball player, and he got with an Instagram model, Brittany Renner. And the thing is about this is that she posted on Instagram that athletes are stupid, or dumb, as however she calls it. And she says that if you really want to get your paycheck, get with you an athlete, because they're dumb. They don't wear a condom. So she's basically telling people, or telling women, however, what they should do if they want a free payday. And that's the same thing in the Philippines. Each girl has learned from another girl how to get money out of you. They play those games, pretending like they like you, getting your confidence, and in the end, once they've milked you dry and gotten what they want, they're gone. And this is basically what Brittany did to PJ. Okay? At the time, she was about 26 years old, and he was just out of college. During his rookie contract, she got with him. They got married, had a kid. 2 weeks later, she divorced him. How is that any different from a man going into the Philippines? You go into the country, she finesse you with her girlish woes. You fall head over heels for her because she thinks she likes you. And then once she get what she wants, whether it's money or a passport or a ticket out the country, she's gone. Now, it's been reported that he's going to have to give her $200,000 a month child support. And over the course of 18 years, that's $43 million is what they say. And this same thing goes for LaMelo. Anna Montana has pulled the same stunt with him. She got with him, charmed him, and now that she got her hooks in him, he's on the line to pay her child support. So this is what I'm thinking about now. You know, guys don't want to listen. You see these things happening to others. And that's the same thing with these two young men that I'm talking about. They should have learned from other athletes' mistakes. And not only that, Brittany posted on Instagram, she did a video saying what to do. So he had a warning right there of what she was about. But not thinking with the right head, now he got himself in a jam. And his future income is pretty much gone. So this is what I'm trying to get you guys to see, because this could easily happen to you. Now, it may not be on the same level. I don't know what your circumstances are, but it could still happen to you. And see, what happens is, for those of you who got the mindset of taking them to your country and that all is going to be well with the world, what you don't realize is that that committee called Violence Against Women is not on your side. Any reports about violence that you do to a woman that you bring to this country, they're not going to listen to you. Your country is not on your side. You're stuck out there on your own, and you're going to end up having to give this woman some of your money, pretty much like what happened to these guys. With that being said, I want to go over a few things here with you. And this is something you should consider. You're going to come across different types of women. And they're going to all have their way of trying to get what they want. So we're going to go over a few of those here. And just kind of think about this. Some of you may have experienced it. Some of you who may be new or haven't had the experience yet, you may see it in the future. So the first one I'm going to say, you got those women who are aggressive. Aggressive means they're going to use their anger. They're going to ignore you. You know, they're going to basically try to cause trouble to force you to give them what they want. The next one is what I call the pretentious one. She's going to pretend that she likes you, she cares, she's going to smother you with love. And then once she gets what she wants, she's off to the next guy. The third one I have here is the one that I would call humble. She may or may not have a job, but she tries to pretend that she's better than the other girls, that she doesn't want anything from you, she just want to be your friend. But in the end, she's going to come out with I have a problem, I need a cell phone, somebody in my family's sick. The next one we have here, which is number 4, the ones that are fake. Now, the fake and the pretentious are kind of in the same category, because When a woman is faking, she's doing everything she can to win your confidence. She's being pretentious because she's pretending that she likes you. Okay? She's giving you the what we call the future faking. Thinking, get you to thinking that you have a future together, if you have a kid, or we're going to be one big happy family. But in the back of her mind, it's really not what she's planning. She's planning to just get what she wants. The fifth one I have here is what I call the beauty. The beauty is the one who pretty much thinks that because of her looks, she can get and have anything she wants, and if you don't give it to her, then she'll leave you and go to somebody else. And because you're standing there looking at her thinking she's so good looking, and you feel this sense of loss, you start emptying your pockets. But that's part of her game. And she continues to get you to empty your pockets until you have nothing. And it kind of reminds me of the time I was at a mall in Manila and I saw this guy. He was with this girl, and I really will admit the girl was definitely a looker. She was a cutie. Made me stop and turn my head. But while I'm watching her, I see her pouting like a little child. And the guy was like totally simping on her. You know, he's like, baby, what you want? What's wrong? And the more he gave her that attention, basically he's fueling her behavior. She went on with it. And I think she kind of pretty much almost got to the point of just throwing a childish tantrum until he just said, hey, let's go. The two of them walked away. But see, that's part of her game to get what she wants. And it has worked in the past, so it's working now. Now, the sixth one I have here is what we call the narcissist. She's basically going to go at you with the idea of making you think you're stupid, like the problem is all on you. Okay? The problem is you, and she's so great in the world, and you should give her what she wants. And it all goes back to when you don't, they're going to stop talking. You see, the narcissists feel everything is about her. The relationship is about her. Your life should be about her. She's entitled to get anything she wants and doesn't have to do anything in return for the relationship. And this one here is one you really have to look out for. The next one here, we're going to talk about the liar. Now, I've seen quite a few of these. The liars are the ones who would tell you that, I don't date Filipino guys. I don't want a guy for his money. Or they'll tell the lie, I have a problem, that's why I didn't get a chance to talk to you. And those are just a few examples of their lie. Some of them will tell you, my mother's sick, my cell phone fell in some water, or however, my child needs some food. They want to play on your sympathy. So what they're hoping you're going to say, well, don't worry about it, babe. I'm going to give you what you want. I'm going to help you. That's what they want you to say. But I don't fall into that game, and I hope some of you guys will really pay attention. The next one I have here is what we call the bomb. Now, I've seen some girls in the Philippines that have some very nice bodies. And they feel that their body is the bomb, and because it is the bomb, you should be grateful that they're even in your presence, that they're spending time with you, just like the beauty. So just like the beauty, the bomb feels that you should be appreciative and give her whatever she wants because her body is so good and she looking so sexy. And a lot of guys fall for that because they think that they can't find anything better. that she's the number one thing, and if they let her go, life is over. But guys, life is not over. Just like she has a nice body, pretty face, there's a million more out there. Just turn your head and look around. Then we're going to have what is called the innocent. Basically, you're going to find those in the provinces. And those are the ones that feel like they're going to want you to think and feel that they've never done anything, have no experiences. But at the same time, that's part of their game plan, and it's to get you to believe that they don't have any experiences, that they're so innocent because they live in the province. But those girls in the province have also been trained by other girls. I've had friends that dated girls, and they want to find someone for their friend or their cousin or their sister because they want that foreigner to give money. And they want to pretend like, well, she's a little province girl. She's never done anything. But I'm learning that all that is a lie. So you have to watch out for that one. The 10th one I have here is what we're going to call, what I call the one that wants you to have pity. I call her the pity girl. And the pity girl operates in the sense of she doesn't come out directly to ask you for what she wants, but she kind of tells you what's going on with her, hoping that you're going to have pity on her and start giving. Okay? And it'll go something like this. It's going to basically start with, you're going to wonder, well, why we haven't talked in a while. And she might say something like, well, I've just been busy. I got problems at home. And that's how it usually starts. She might start by saying, I got family problems. Now, when you ask her what is the problem, she won't be able to tell you directly. Okay? And that also just depends on how tight is her game. But basically, it's going to be, I got family problems. Somebody in the family is sick. Whatever her situation is, but she's going to tell you things to try to make you feel sorry for her, and you're supposed to say, once again, don't worry, I'll help you. And I don't fall for those. The 11th one I have here is what is called the destroyer. I haven't quite experienced this one, but only once. I say one time I experienced a destroyer. The destroyer will tell you something like, if you don't give her what she wants, what she's going to do to you to get you in trouble or to have you arrested or do something like that. And the one I met, she basically didn't want to leave my room. And she was saying if I put her out, how she's going to tear up the room. And I quickly brought that to a halt. I just said, well, if you tear it up, I'll just call security. Now that shut her up, and she soon picked up her handbag and walked out the door because I wasn't going to tolerate that. So you have to learn how to stop this stuff before it even gets started. And after that time, I never spoke to her again. Now, last but not least, and I saved this one for last, this one here I call the smart ones. And you really have to watch the smart ones because they'll sell you ice in Alaska. The smart ones will play along with you, do whatever you want, cater to you any kind of way, have a job, have you thinking, well, you know what? I found the exception to the rule. But she's smart enough to know not to show her hand until she gets out of her country or until you buy the house and it's paid for, or until you get her the motorbike she needs. You see, the smart ones are going after those big ticket items. They're going for passport and houses and motorbikes and buying land, those big ticket items that once they get it, at that point, their life has changed. So you really got to watch out for the smart ones, because they're smart enough to get into your country, get that passport and green card, and as soon as they get it, they're gone. Like I always say, I'm only giving you something to think about, consider, because it's your livelihood that's at stake. No matter how big or how small, you've worked for it, and no one was at work holding your hand while you earn your money, so no one should be able to ride your back and enjoy the fruits of your labor and have nothing to contribute to it. You see, those girls, they go after older men because they know you've worked hard, you got more resources than younger men. Older men with resources trump younger men with potential every day. And this is why they want older foreign men, because of your resources. Don't end up like the athletes over here that's broke and homeless after their career is over. Don't go into the country with the mindset that the girl likes you, because what she like is the benefit that comes with you, not the fact of being with you. And maybe during the time when you go there, you may see some of this behavior out of the 12 items I talked about. You may see it in some of those girls. And just kind of remember this. Like I say, this is food for thought. And just remember, they're playing a game to get what they want. Just like Brittany and the other girl, Anna, tricked PJ and LaMelo, these girls are going to trick you also. So like, share, subscribe. If you know anyone that could benefit from this, please feel free to share it, and I would appreciate it. Peace, take care, and see you next time.